Hello again everyone. What we are going to do today is to see how we can create menus to enable your users to access the contents on your website. First, let's go over to your website again. This is the website, and here on the right you can see some menus. See that menu that just flowed in, and we have other menus here as well. Now what we are going to do today is we are going to modify these menus and see how we can create new menu items for new pages that you may wish to create. First of all, log in into the website. Now, if you are an administrator on this website, you'll be allowed to access the administrative area, which is this one. And when you are here, you have to log in again, which brings you to the dashboard that is used by administrators to manage the website. Now if you click over here, you can have another tab showing the website, and you can see the impact of what you are doing here. Right, the first thing that we want to do is we want to remove, I'm going to log out from here first. We want to remove this button so that it's not visible to non-members. Yeah, if you go down to the menu right on top here, you can see there are several menus. See, we have Hika Shop default menu. We have another menu called the Joomla menu. We have another menu called the Kunana menu, the main menu, and another menu called the user menu. Okay. The menu that we are using over there is the main menu. This is the main menu. Let's have a look at all the menus that we have. Right, we have all these menus. We have Hika Shop menu, we have Joomla menu, we have Kunana menu, we have the main menu, and we have the user menu. These menus correspond to the menus that you can see up here. And if we were to go to the template that is being used, this is the template that we are using right now. It's called AP Jewelry, which looks like this. If I go down to the template here, there is an option here for me to say what menu do I want to see over here. So if I change this menu to something else, let's say if I could change this to the Hika Shop default menu and save this option, you'll see that the menu has changed to something else. This is now looking like that. The menu now looks like that, right? And if I were to change this to yet something else, let's say Kunana, refresh this page, and you see that the menu has changed to something else. Okay. So that's what menus are. I'm going to change this back to the main menu, which is the original one that we have over there. back to the old menu that we used to have. Now, this whole thing here is called a menu. This entire area here is called the menu. Those things that you see written here, like home, faedah, practice, these are called menu items. Home is the menu item, faedah is the menu item, practice is the menu item, Nurul is the menu item, Yusri is the menu item, Afandi is the menu item. You have to differentiate your understanding between what is a menu and what is a menu item. A menu is the entire thing, the whole set over here, and menu items are those individual things that is on the menu, whether it is in a sub menu like this or it is on the primary area of the menu. So let's go down to menu. To recap, we have all these menus, and we also have the individual menu items that resides within those menus. For instance, if you were to go down to this page and you select the particular menu that you're looking at, see, this is the menu item that's available under the Hika Shop menu. These are the items that's available under the Joomla menu. And these are the items available under the main menu. We have home, faedah, practice, and so on, which corresponds to home, faedah, practice, and so on. The first thing that you want to do is you want to see what's the status of these items. Okay, you can see that one of these items has a cross on its status, which means that it is not being displayed right now. So if I were to uncross it like that, you see now you have two homes here. One home takes you to somewhere and one home takes you to somewhere else. And if I were to go over here and I refresh this page, you would expect to see two homes here like that. Okay, because you have two homes here, you end up with two homes here as well. And if I were to change the name of this home to something else, if I were to change the name of this home to say old home, like that, this thing has changed to old home, right? Easy, right? Okay, now we don't want to see this old home. Now, first of all, if you were to click on this old home, it takes you to a particular page. This is how the page looks like. This is a normal Joomla article, but the new home uses page builder to build a different kind of page that delivers the same information as the old home. So on this page, using page builder, we have a video and we have some fancy stuff to tell the same information which is available on the old home, and we also have a shop down here so that people can come in and buy products. That's why we don't want to have the old home anymore. So we go over here and we disable this old home, and so you do not see this old home here anymore. That's the first thing that you want to learn about menus, how to enable and disable the menu items. Now I'm here as an administrator, so I can see this admin menu over here. If I'm not an administrator, if I'm just a guest that walks in, I will still be able to see this practice menu over here. Now I want to hide this practice menu. I don't want people to see this anymore. So what I would do is I will go down here, click on the practice menu item, and I don't want to disable this entirely because I still want people to see it. Only that I want only a specific type of people to be able to see it. So right now the access to this item is public, which means that anybody will be able to see this thing. I'm going to change that to special only. So only a special class of people will be able to see that item. It's still here, you can see that it's still here, but the access to it is now special, no longer public. So if I were to quit from here and I were to also log out from here, I don't see it anymore. Where has it gone to? Now the reason why I can't see it anymore is because I am not logged in as a special user. Okay, if I were to log in here as an admin, which makes me a special user, I will still be able to see that menu over here. Okay, likewise I want to get rid of this menu as well. I don't want the normal people to see this, then I can do the same thing. Okay, I've got to go back to the admin area. Right, here I am back in the admin area. Now I want to create a new menu item under the main menu. So I can add a new menu item here, and I can say that this menu item talks about fees that members have to pay. So I don't want to make it too long like that, because it will appear too long on the page later on. So I'll just say this. Alright, this is going to appear there on the menu. Now you see, after doing this, I have to select what type of item is that going to be. When I select on type, you can see that I have a lot of choices here. What appears here corresponds to the components that I have installed on the website. You see this thing component here? If I were to open up this menu, I have quite a lot of components that has been installed on the website. Okay, so each of these components offer me some choices that I can use in creating menus. So again, I'm going to create a new menu here. I'm going to call it mudahan, for example, and then I'm going to select something from here. Okay, let's say I'm not going to call this here, I'm going to call this shop, the guy that's shop, and I'm going to select here something from Kika shop. I'm going to say here, let's look at the categories of products that we have. So, category listing. I'm going to save this first. You can see that it's coming over there, but it's in the wrong place. It is right at the back. I want to bring it over here, right in front, just after faedah. So remember that I've saved this already. You have to save it first, okay, before you can do this thing. And I'm going to go to ordering here, and I'm going to say put it after this guy. Okay, I say put it after this guy. It will come out just after that guy, which will be here after faedah. Now I have kedai. Alright, let's say I want this kedai to appear under faedah instead of here. So what I'm going to do is I will go over here. There is something called parent item. Right now it's pointing to the root, which means that it's coming on top. If it's pointing to the root, it's coming on top, right on top here. But now I don't want him to come out on top, but I want him to come under faedah. So I save this again. And you can see now that he is not appearing on top here, but he is, you see, he's not anywhere on top here anymore, but there is this small thing under faedah and it's already appearing under faedah. Okay, let's put it back on top. Parent item, menu item root. So it comes back on top. Now for every item that you select for your menu as a menu item, there will be some information that you can configure just for that particular type of item. Okay, let's close this first. Right, where is the program just now? Here it is. Okay, so what does it show? So if I were to, it should appear right on top here right now. Yeah, you see, I forgot to change the order. So if I were to click here, it takes me to category of products that is being sold by this website. So for instance, I choose shoes. I have men's shoes, I have women's shoes, and I have kids shoes. What shoes do I have under women's shoes? I have these pink sandals, I have stilettos, I have ballet shoes for women. I am able to see the shop because this menu is a Pika shop type, which shows the category listing for my products. You can try creating different types of menu items and see what you produce on the menu itself. I'm going to order this back to after faedah here. Okay, so that you can see it over there, just next to the benefits of being a member in this group. See, it has come out over here, the dial. Okay, and I'm going to create another menu item to talk about fees. Okay, before I do that, I'm going to go to page builder first, and I'm going to create a new page talking about fees. Alright, so I go over here and I create a new page. I'm going to call it Ivan dan Kozi. Okay, that's my new page. I'm going to add a new row here, and in this new row I'm going to talk about two things. One is the fees and one is the budak. I'm going to use a feature box for this purpose. I'm going to use a flip box for this purpose. Okay. Let's try something new. It's going to flip on over or flip on click. Flip on click. Now, this one says Miran. Dan keahlian adalah how much seumur hidup can put a picture if I want to. Let's see, I'll put this picture over there. And I want to have another flip box showing the same thing. So I want to make this into a 2-column row. That's my first flip box in the left column, and my second flip box in the right column. There it is. I want to say this is about, that's it. And that's about the deposit. And again, I'm going to put a picture here. That's my picture. Okay. Save this. So I have 2 flip boxes here on this page called Run and Deposit. Okay, and I'm going to change this one and put out the title here for this row. Called Run dan Deposit Minimum. Right, I'm going to make sure that it appears in the center. This one. And apply. Save this. Page called Run and Deposit. So now what have I done? I have a page called Run and Deposit, but it's still not here yet. Okay, I want to display the page here on this menu, Run and Deposit. So I'm going to do is I'm going to go over, I'm going to close this off since I've saved it already. I'm going to go over to menu here, and I'm going to add to the main menu a new item called Run. I don't want to call it Run and Deposit because it's going to take a lot of space on the menu. But I just shorten it up to Run, and I'm going to tell this guy here that this particular menu is a page builder type, and what are the choices that I have under the page builder type. You can see that there's so many different choices that you have depending on what type of page it is. See, I have all this, and I can choose something else, but in this case I want to choose this page builder, and I want this menu to bring me to a particular page. Now it's asking me what page do you want to go if the user selects this menu, and I'm telling him that I want to show this new page that I have just created. Okay, yes. Saving this. I'm saving this now. You see that it's part of the main menu, which is being displayed right on top there, and it's going to come up on the top line because the parent is the root, and I want it to come after faedah. So it's coming out between faedah and kedai, after faedah. Okay, see that? And close this. Now what do we get from here? If I refresh this page, I can see now that I have Run in between faedah and kedai. If I were to click on Run, I get these 2 flip boxes. Okay. There you go, Run keadaan adalah 100 semua hidup, and deposit minimum adalah 1000. This is called a flip box. Alright. And finally, I want to show you this particular thing. If I were to go to this website, okay, if I go to this website here, kosapa.com, I get this page, which is the same as the home page over here. Okay, it does not really have to be this home page. So if I were to go to the menu and you see this column here that says home, I can only select one of the items here to be the home. Let's say for instance now I were to make this Yuran as my new home instead of that old home that we are used to. So now Yuran is your new home. What happens if I were to refresh this page? I get this page as my new home. So anybody who comes to this website, just like that, okay, just like this, just by typing it out, I get to the new home, which is the Yuran home. Of course, this is not what we want, it's just a demonstration. So I'm going to flip it back to the old home. If I were to click home, I get it to the old home with the video and stuff, and that is the one that's supposed to be the home page for the website. Okay, so what have we learned here today? We have learned what is a menu. So to recap, menus are all these things over here, and menus in this case we are looking at the main menu, and in main menu we have all these menu items. So that's the main menu, this whole lot over here, and these are called the menu items on the main menu. You have menu items and you have sub menu items. You have learned how to create sub menu items. You have also learned how to create menu items. You have learned how to hide some menu items like this practice here, which you can't see if you are not logged in as an administrator. We have learned how to populate the menus with different types of pages. In this case, we have learned how to display goods from the shop, as well as how to display a page from each builder. And we have also learned how to make one particular menu item as the default page for the entire website. When a user comes into the website, they'll be able to see that particular page as their landing page. Well, thank you for listening. Please do try to put this new knowledge into practice, and you can start building your own menus now. Yeah, bye.